Hello everyone. Welcome to this Bold Reports tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to add and render an RDLC report in an application by binding data sources at the client side. RDLC stands for Report Definition Language Client Side. It enables users to create and render reports within React applications without the need for a report server. Before creating a React application for this demo, ensure your development environment is set up with the Node.js and npm. I run this command to install the Create React App package globally. This package provides a simple way to create a single-page React application with a ready-to-use build setup and no configuration required. Next, I will create a new React application by running this command and naming the app React Report Viewer. Then, I change the directory to the application's root folder to install the necessary React class and packages. First, I run this command to install the type definitions for the Create React class. Next, I install the Bold Reports React package by running this command. I open the application folder in Visual Studio Code. Bold Reports requires the window.jQuery object to render the React components. I create a globals.js file in the src folder and import jQuery into it. Similarly, I import the React library for building user interfaces, the Create React class library for defining components with a legacy API, and the React DOM library for rendering those components in the DOM. By assigning these imports to global variables, I'm ensuring that they are accessible throughout the application and in the browser console without needing to be imported repeatedly. I open the index.js file and import the globals.js file to it. Next, I need to import the Bold Report Viewer scripts and styles. To do this, I open the app.js file and use ESLint disable to stop ESLint from checking my code, which helps avoid the Bold Report Viewer component is not defined error. Then I copy the code from the documentation and add it. I create a viewer style variable to globally define height and width, and create a report data array that contains a collection of data and allows me to bind dynamic data to the report at runtime. I remove the existing code within the app function and create a div element to serve as the container for the Bold Report Viewer on the web page. I assign a style to the div element for a better look. Inside this div, I add the Bold Report Viewer component tag to render the report viewer. In this tag, I add the Report Viewer Container ID attribute, which specifies a unique identifier for the HTML element. The Report Viewer requires a Web API service to process RDLC files. There are two options for creating a Web API service: ASP.NET Web API and ASP.NET Core Web API. For this demo, I've created an ASP.NET Core Web API service on my local machine. I have linked the video on how to create this service application in the video description for your reference. I add this product details RDLC report to the resources folder under the www root directory. Next, I run the application to generate a URL. I copy it. I go back to the React application and move on to the app.js file. I create a report service URL property with the copied localhost URL and a report path API parameter with the RDLC report name. The processing mode variable with the local value defines that the report is processed on the client using local data. I assign the report data object to the data source variable. The localhost indicates that the service is running locally on the same machine as the application. The API/report viewer path is the API endpoint for the report viewer service. Now, everything is ready to run the application. I execute this command, and the report begins loading in the browser. As you can see, the Product Details RDLC report has been rendered in the application with the Report Viewer component. In this video, I have shown you how to add the Report Viewer control to a React application, bind data sources to an RDLC report, and render it in the application. To learn more about Bold Reports, you can visit boldreports.com. If you don't have a Bold Report subscription, you can try out the platform by signing up for a free trial. If you prefer a demo from an expert, Request Demo lets you schedule one. If you found this video useful, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.